Internets, and welcome to another episode of Tech Royale. Apologies that this one's been so long in coming, but it's been a busy couple of weeks, but here I am now. Hope you enjoyed the iPad unboxing video. It literally hasn't left my side for the past couple of weeks. I've really been enjoying being a tablet owner again. I did have an HP touchpad when they did the fire sale in the UK, but ultimately it never felt quite finished, and the iPad so far for me has been a really nice device to own. But today's main discussion point is BT Infinity. I've had BT Infinity now for approximately 5 weeks, and so far I've been very pleased with it. They estimated I would get a 35 meg, possibly slightly quicker connection, and they were prepared to waive install fees, so there was I think £6 to pay up front for the postage of a Home Hub 3, and that was all that was involved in the upfront charges, so I signed up for BT Infinity. It was all supposed to happen at the end of February, and it did. Since that day, I'll come to what I did on the day to have to reboot the router, but I rebooted the router on the day it was installed, and I haven't rebooted it since. To talk briefly about the equipment that you get with BT Infinity, it's a two-part system, unfortunately, like Virgin Media used to be before they came out with the Super Hub. This is because BT Infinity uses VDSL to talk to the cabinet. It's fibre to the cabinet, so the cabinet has the fibre node running into it, and then talks over the shorter distance, only a couple of 100 metres, from the cabinet to your house using VDSL rather than ADSL. This is because the speeds that VDSL can get over shorter distances are much higher than ADSL. ADSL wouldn't be able to do much more than the sort of 25-30 meg absolute maximum if you were very close to the cabinet, whereas VDSL can really scale, potentially up to 80 meg and beyond. So there aren't any cost-effective combined VDSL modem routers on the market. So when BT knew that this system was upcoming, they designed their new Home Hub 3 with an Ethernet WAN port to connect to a separate modem, a VDSL modem. So the VDSL modem that they provide is screwed to the wall because it does get quite warm. You can see it here. It's a very unobtrusive device. You get a template with it, so it's very easy to wall mount. So there's a cable directly from that to the new master socket, which has the microfilter already built into it, so you don't need the little sort of hanging dongle. And then you have an Ethernet cable running from the modem to the WAN port on the Home Hub 3, which you can see here. Now the Home Hub 3 is quite a smart looking device. It doesn't look too much like a consumer router. There's no flashing lights on it. The lights only flash briefly whilst the device is booting up, and then they stay on constantly. Now, I don't quite know how I feel about this. The inner geek in me likes to see lights flashing, to see data sort of moving around the network, and to know that everything's good. A couple of telltales are very pleasant to see. But as something that's going to sit on the shelf in the majority or a measurable percentage of British homes, I think the Home Hub 3 is a nice design. 3 blue lights, power, internet, wireless. And that's it. If they're all on and they're all blue, everything's fine. And if not, they're flashing or they're red or whatever. It's grown on me. It's grown on me. It's not a geek's power router, and I was fully expecting by this point in time to have been ready to replace it. The web interface is, I won't say woeful, I think I'll be kind to it and I'll say it's quirky. To even change your SSID, you have to go into the advanced settings. I don't particularly count that as an advanced setting. And it, despite having 4 Ethernet ports, only one of them is gigabit. So you're going to need, if you have any gigabit devices, which I have quite a few, you're going to need an extra switch. Whereas most gigabit routers, well, every other gigabit router I've ever encountered, had all of its ports as gigabit enabled. But apart from when I had it installed, when I needed to reboot it because I had to change the default IP address range. Now, if anyone from BT is listening, listen up and listen good. The default IP address range for the Home Hub 3 is stupid. By default, the router assigns itself 192.168.1.254. as opposed to either 0.1 or 1.1 like every other consumer router I've ever had. Equally, it then starts handing out DHCP addresses at 1.65, which is just idiotic. Buried in the advanced menus is the ability to change this, and once you've done that you need to reboot it, and that was 5 weeks ago. It has been up and solid with all of my wired equipment, my NAS, my Hackintosh, the TiVo box that's on the network, my Apple TV. It's worked flawless with the home house audio network. The wireless range on it is noticeably better than the Virgin Media Super Hub. Simply going from room to room. Yes, okay, I will admit it's in a different room to the original location of the Super Hub. The Super Hub used to be in the study, and the Home Hub is now in the living room. But going by a simple number of rooms away, the Home Hub 3 is significantly superior. It's a Type B, which I believe is made by Huawei, as opposed to the Type A, which I believe is potentially made by Sagem, who have never had particularly good experience of their networking products. But it's the first consumer router that has done pretty much what it said on the tin. It doesn't advertise itself to be the be-all and end-all, but it's competent. Network transfers appear to be no slower than they were with any of the other consumer routers I've had, and it's simply got out the way and let me get on with the day-to-day business of using the internet, and I've got no qualms about it. So first 5 weeks of BT Infinity gets a major thumbs up. I'm very, very pleased with it. I haven't yet had to deal with BT's technical support, and from what I've read, I hope I never have to. Finally, my very good friend Cobalt Blue has been able to lend me an unlocked Nokia Lumia 800 as a daily driver for a week or two. Now, I've been living with it for a few days and popped back to the iPhone because the camera is better for last weekend, but I'm back on the Lumia now. I've had Windows Phone before and I really, really liked it. It had a HTC Trophy. And then I've had the iPhone and it has certainly sort of changed my mind about a few things on smartphones. Using the Lumia at the moment, it has reminded me how absolutely excellent the Facebook and Twitter integration is. Seriously, if you're a Facebook and a Twitter nut and you want a reasonably priced smartphone, you don't want to sort of jump into the Android or the whole iOS thing, Windows Phone, and you can get these for some serious bargain prices on eBay, so that people getting upgrades and selling them on, just over £200. It's a great phone. With the recent update, the battery life is, it'll get you through a day with plenty of usage, which is all you can really ask for a modern smartphone. And it really does put your Facebook and Twitter absolutely front and centre at your fingertips. I'll do a proper review in about a week or so's time. I'll go through some of the menus with you and point out some of the things I like, some of the things I don't like. It's not quite as great as I remember. I've sung the praises of Windows Phone. I even said there was a lot of it I preferred to iOS. Having gone back to it, it's reminded me that spectacles can indeed be rose tinted, but the Lumia 800 is a really nice implementation of Windows Phone, and I do hope that Nokia finds some serious footing with it and are able to reverse their fortunes. So that's it for this week's Tech Royale. Thank you very much for watching. Again, many thanks to my friend Cobalt Blue for lending me the Lumia 800, and take care guys, and I'll see you soon. Oh, and bring back Games Master.